EA Sports and the National Football League welcome you to Acrisure Stadium here in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Just give me that. Boom, boom, boom. Just give me that. Boom, boom. Just give me that. Give me that. Boom, boom, boom. Just give me that. I don't care what you got. Just give me that. Stand to attention. I come to mention. Now we're gonna take you in a different direction. That's the way we rock and make them move them body. We got those over there asking for selfies. This time I got to say no. Don't try to pull down my bandana. Can't let you ruin my shoe. You got, just give me that. Boom, boom, boom. Just give me that. Boom, boom. Just give me that. Give me that. Boom, boom, boom. Just give me that. I don't care what you got. Just give me that. Boom, boom, boom. Just give me that. Boom, boom. Just give me that. Give me that. Boom, boom, boom. Just give me that. I don't care what you got. Just give me that. All in all, this place is crawling.
We're here at the confluence of the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela Rivers, and welcome you to Acrisure Stadium on the North Shore of Pittsburgh, the home of the Steelers. The final 2 weeks of the regular season are upon us, and off we go on EA Sports. Now return coming from the 7, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. First and 10. Go! Now a first carry for the Alabama product, Najee Harris. Room up the sideline at the 45. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. A huge play right off the bat. 38 yards. First and 10 now from the 36. Let's go. Another run here with Harris. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Now, faking the give. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That's his first touchdown this year. Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll start at the 2. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he gets that to Hardman. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Clemson. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And these are the types of plays they envisioned when they invested a first-round pick on this defensive back just a few months ago. I mean, he's entered the league, Mike, with a reputation for having almost offensive wide receiver type ball skills. And those ball skills were certainly on full display that time.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. That is caught by Washington. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going. And for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
Let's go now. Go.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. That's complete. Left side to Pickens. Third and 6.
Ready. 18, Pioneer. Ready.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's into the hands of his receiver, Hyatt. And he's in. Jalen Hyatt. Touchdown, Steelers.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there. Ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. They'll run, and for the first time, it's Jonathan Brooks. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now they'll set up to throw. That's into the hands of Jonathan Brooks. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Back to throw. He gets it to Jonathan Mingo. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Brooks out of the backfield. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
We are through. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll look to throw yet again. That is intercepted. And the Steelers are going to have it just past their 25.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Downfield, that's Hyatt. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Incomplete.
Let's give credit to that pass rush for making their presence felt, and although it didn't result in a sack, it's the disruption of the timing that's just enough to force that incompletion.
Here's 3rd and 2. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Down the field. He's got Washington. 22 yards. The pickup there. That's a Steeler 1st down. On the handoff, it's Harris. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. It gets them down to the 6.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
And he'll plunge forward to the 2. setting up second and goal. One more time, it's Harris. And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now.
It's third and goal. Half the 60, half the 60. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Dragon 60. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready?
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. It is brought in the end zone. George Pickens. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. That one is complete to Hartman. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Here comes the screen to Brooks. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. They'll look to throw again. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards. Mingo, the man in motion. Now a throw here. It's backwards. He might be looking to throw this. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air one more time. They'll set up the screen to Blackshear. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a 1st down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on. For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. complete. Justin Reed that time with the tight coverage and the good hands. Sly's kick is good. And the Panthers are on the board just before halftime.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's pulled in. Najee Harris. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. To the air net on 1st and 10. Now he'll air this one out deep for Hyatt. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal.
Trap 60, trap 60.
He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now,
good blocking, and he's in. Najee Harris. Touchdown, Steelers.
You know, we spend so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the 1st half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers stretch it out, leading now by the score of 28-3. Very little time remaining in this 1st half as this kick is away. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. And he'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And for the 3rd time in this 1st half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Peyton Wilson.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it. And that's going to bring an end to this 1st half. All right, Coach. Thank you. Two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches. That's for sure. As we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now, faking the give. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
This is something we see so often out of these young quarterbacks, Mike, is their inability to manipulate the defense. They kind of telegraph where they're going to go with their ball, with their eyes. And I'd love to see him the next time when he gets to the top of his drop. Look off the safety. Hold some of the underneath defenders from where you ultimately know you want to go with the ball. A lot of that just comes with experience, and sometimes you're going to gain that experience the hard way. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Let's go. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They'll give it to Harris again. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. Javon Holland up to make the tackle. Third down and 9. He'll drop to throw. Now he'll air this one out deep for Hyatt. And the Panthers will take over here just past the 30.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
They'll start this on the ground with Brooks. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Peyton Wilson that time in on the stop. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. For the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
As hard as it is to have this conversation, at some point, someone on this sideline needs to say, is it better off for this young rookie to just remove him from the game, take a deep breath, and reset for next week? Because at this point, 5 interceptions in, you start being concerned that you're doing more harm than you are good.
On second down, a run with Harris. And he'll get this close to a first down. Gets about 7, maybe a yard short of the first down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in.
So, after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A run with Brooks to begin this drive. Can't fault the effort. He got half a couple of tackles, but ultimately the defense gets him for a loss of yards.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down. This defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting, but finally when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. They'll try to hit him with a screen.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
He's got it! And he will go all the way. Nicole Hardman. Touchdown, Panthers. Now, a 2-point conversion attempt coming. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. This one taken at the 7. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. No chance at all. He'll go down.
Let's give credit where credit's due. Defensively, finding yourself down by this much at this stage of the game, they could just pack it in. They could say, all right, this one's over. We're moving on to next week. They're continuing to play hard. They're continuing to get after the quarterback, and nice start to this drive.
This one complete to Washington. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters now in. Here comes 3rd and 6.
60, Maverick, 60, Dragon, 60. Set go. Hut, hut.
Trying left side, here's Harris. Steelers getting ready to put this one away. And he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. They put Wilson in motion. They're going to get this outside. This could be a double pass. The throw is going to be caught. Now they'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Back to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing.
And more of the same. Another interception. Picked off by Peyton Wilson. And the Steelers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5.
Let's go now.
They're going to run out of the gun, and here's Harris. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
The tackle made back at his 48-yard line.
Shotgun snap, and they give it to Harris. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
Not a lot on that one. He'll take it down to the 36. A run. Here's Harris. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. And it comes with 36 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
Ready, set.
3rd and 9.
Hut, hut.
One final kneel down here inside the 40-second mark. Should be enough to put this one on ice.
Chris Boswell on for the field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
But dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. First and 10. They put Wilson in motion. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. Here we go. One final play. This one is caught by Jawan Johnson. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So this one in the win column for the Steelers. That is now 6 consecutive victories.